Hello, friends. Okay, here we are. So I'm going to show you today how you might approach writing the first, sorry, my talking is interrupting my daughter's show. How you might approach writing the very first part of the body of your paragraph. So we're going to come back to this example that I shared with you earlier. Oh, hold on one second. I want to make sure things are working here for me. Okay, so we're going to come back to this example that we used before. Should pizza be served at school lunches? Right, and you notice the claim is the same as the one from the model. If you watched the other videos, you probably noticed I included some additional evidence. So not only did I include some evidence here to support my claim, I included evidence to support my concession. I also included this text here from the guidelines. Remember, this is the criteria that I'm using to kind of measure everything else against. And I could include, something like this, I probably would include a lot of details about the nutritional information of pizza. That's not the evidence that I had in front of me, though. And so I was thinking, like, if I'm using evidence, how can I look at it specifically through the lens of these guidelines if it doesn't talk about the specific nutritional value of the pizza? And really, that wasn't what I was particularly interested in either. And so I looked at it from a particular angle where the guidelines said that the food had to provide a minimum standard of nutritious, healthful food that will provide enough calories without contributing to obesity. And so I was thinking about these guidelines as the long-term goal of getting kids to eat more healthfully inside of school and outside of school in order to reduce obesity across the country, right? That's the long-term goal here. It's not just about that one meal that they have in school. And so if I'm going to start working from the document that I created before to make my essay, right? I kind of already have my outline. Here's my claim. It's basically my my introduction is not written yet, but this is going to be the end of my introduction. And then I have this evidence here to start with my claim. Since my claim mentions my concession first, that's actually where I'm going to start. All right, so I'm going to move this and I'm going to paste my evidence for my concession up here. That's not going to be the first sentence of my body paragraph, but I know it's what I'm going to talk about. So what I talk about up here, pizza is a much loved food most people enjoy. It can be made more healthfully. Now, if you remember last time, I was talking about how much I personally love pizza, and I'm arguing that it should not be included in school lunches, but I have an opportunity here to acknowledge that I really like it, and that's something I'm kind of arguing against. So I'm going to start my concession by saying exactly that. I love pizza, right? I'm a person. I have a perspective. I have some thoughts about it. If you're talking about your own text, maybe you had the experience where you really, really liked the book, but after reading the articles, you're like, I don't think this should be a required reading. It would be okay to start your concession portion of your body paragraph by saying, I loved this book. I really enjoyed this and that and the other thing, and this part was really great, and in my own experience, I enjoyed this and this and that. And then you could also include a quote from the articles to support, that thinking. And then you move on to say, but it shouldn't be included because of this. Okay, so that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to pause for just a second. I'm going to keep writing this, and then I'm going to go back and explain some of the choices I made. Okay, so I've just unpacked my thinking about my concession here, and I'm going to walk you through some of the choices I made. So I said I started with I love pizza, and I didn't just say I love pizza and stop. I unpacked that a little bit more. Why do I love pizza? And this is my personal experience, right? When it's raining, I've had a hard day, I don't feel like cooking, pizza's my go-to meal. Of course, I can't make it a regular occurrence because while I love it, it zaps my energy, and I usually end up feeling pretty cruddy after I've eaten it. I also like to eat lots of vegetables and other healthy meals, and pizza eating just doesn't have a place as a part of my regular diet. So you can see here that even though I'm acknowledging how much I love it, I'm also kind of setting up this notion that I recognize it's really not healthy for me. Of course, it can be made more healthily, so now I'm starting to transition into bringing my evidence. According to Laura Dreyer, a nutritionist and dietitian writing for CNN. Okay, let's pause right there. What's that right there? That's called a signal phrase. This is context. This is how I introduce my speaker. It's also how I demonstrate my ethos, right? I'm not just introducing a random person. She's a nutritionist, she's a dietitian, she's writing for CNN, right? So those are three things that I'm including to indicate how I know who this person is and it has something important to say. If I were introducing evidence that had been quoted, I'm going to introduce whoever had said the information from the article. If I don't have this information, maybe I reference the article title or where the article came from. At the very least, I might say, according to text 2, right? That's not the ideal way to introduce my evidence, but at least I would be referencing that I got this from a text that had been provided to me. Then I include the quote, and I don't just let it speak for itself. I paraphrase it to indicate that I understand what it says. So I follow the quote with whole wheat flour and other options such as eliminating high-fat meats or adding broccoli. I'm using some of my own common sense and knowledge here, can certainly make it a healthier choice. But when I want pizza, I'm not really thinking about how to make it good for me. So even in that moment, I'm acknowledging that, like, I don't really care that you can make pizza healthy. I don't want healthy pizza. I want greasy pepperoni pizza. That's the kind I want to eat. So even though it's a concession, it also still does support generally this notion that people love pizza, but when they want to eat it, they usually don't want the healthy versions, which is kind of what we see in schools. So my next step then is to start transitioning into my paragraph where I'm going to make my argument. Now, maybe I make this one paragraph, maybe I make it 2 or 3 paragraphs. That's going to be up to me. Probably 1 paragraph is enough. So I'm going to make a new paragraph. And I'm going to think about what evidence I want to include first, right? So I have this evidence here about presentation, which we talked about in my last video. I also included this this piece of evidence here. You know, when it comes to kids and pizza, one recent study concluded that pizza consumption among children and adolescents was associated with higher daily calorie intake and higher intakes of saturated fat and sodium. So that's interesting. It's the same person. So I might include that quote next because there's a really good opportunity for a transition there. Even Laura Dreyer admits, strong verb, admits that when it comes to, and then I would finish my quote there, right? So that might be a really good opportunity for me to start making my evidence there. Or maybe I decide to bring in this idea about the federal guidelines, okay? That's also a possibility because this is supposed to be my criteria, my standard that I'm measuring things against. So maybe I begin my evidence paragraph here where I say something like, you know, according to the federal guidelines, however, nice little transition word there, whatever food is included in school lunches, it should be healthy and not just make us feel good. In fact, the guidelines specifically state that food, or let's say school lunches, and then I could include my, gotta move this out of the way, hold on a second. Right, then I include that right there. All right, so I'm gonna pause the video again and show you how I might. Okay, so I finished the first draft of this paragraph. I want to show you what you're looking at here. So I started this paragraph with according to, I forgot my word to there, According to the federal guidelines, however, there's my transition word, food included in school lunches should be healthy and not just make us feel good. When I wrote that transition sentence, I started thinking about how I had finished my previous paragraph, and I actually thought that if I updated that paragraph, I could make that transition even clearer. So I changed that last sentence to, but when I want pizza, I want it to make me feel good, not just be good for me. So I thought that was a better transition there. In fact, the guidelines specifically state that school lunches, and there's my quote, the long-term goals of the federal guidelines include a reduction of obesity. So just like I did in the last paragraph, I paraphrased the idea in the quote before moving on to explain why it matters. While the guidelines state specific criteria for nutritional meals, they're designed to help children learn to eat healthy. It's difficult to imagine regular meals of pizza eating as part of that design. So I then go on to include my next two pieces of evidence, and I am going to mark these up and include them in the model so you can see what some of the pieces are of that paragraph. If you have any questions, let me know.